Portia Prescott. I am the president of the Rocky Mountain NAACP State Conference, which encompasses Colorado, Montana, and Wyoming.
Can you spell your first and last name for me, please?
Portia, P-O-R-T-I-A. Prescott, P-R-E-S-C-O-T-T.
Awesome. First and foremost, go ahead and tell us just a little bit about why we're here today.
It's unfortunate we're here today for this particular reason. So for those of you that don't know, I'm standing inside right now Jumbo's Sports Bar and Grill, which is a black woman-owned establishment in Lakewood. And the city attorney and apparently the mayor and then apparently the city manager in cahoots to run this black woman out of the city. It's unfortunate that they're playing games with licenses, with mysterious complaints. It feels almost like we're like the black farmer situation. They're taking non-credible complaints and simply for people who are just strategically just being racist because they don't want a black-owned establishment in their neck of the woods. For those of you who don't know, this has happened many times before in Colorado, and it's unfortunate that it's happening now. But what I do want to know is that the NAACP, we are here today. I want people to know that we are establishing a new Jefferson County branch that is coming because I'm getting really tired of all of the incidents that are coming out of Jefferson County, and then there is no support for our community here. I'm a native of Colorado, and I'm a small business owner. And when you open up a restaurant, there are already an immense amount of challenges, but to now have the city fighting you, I'm putting a call to action to Mayor Adam Paul, Lakewood Mayor. You should be protecting your small businesses. You should be encouraging small businesses to thrive. And then for them to say, we all know the historic incidents that happened on Colfax, and to say that more crime is coming because a black person owns a restaurant is absolutely absurd. And currently it's really a bar. They don't serve food inside the grill, inside the restaurant. They serve food outside. There's a food truck. You can go to Aurora, Montbello, you can go to many places, downtown Denver, Coors Field, all the different city food trucks are outside where people can get food and that's where they have their license. And we're gonna get down to, and we're here because we want answers. We're here, NAACP is here because you cannot railroad an owner out of their own business simply because you don't want them here because they are black. And that's why we're here today. Simply, the mayor has basically said, Mayor Paul, you don't want a black-owned business in Lakewood.
There's several allegations from the city that say they're open past 2 a.m., they're serving alcohol to minors, and that allegedly there's a lot of shootings and issues right outside the bar. And police also back that up by saying that this has happened a lot in the last 2 years. It's been constant in the last 2 years. What would your response be to that?
My response would be the police can say whatever they want to say, but as I look across the street, there's a liquor store, the old head liquor store that's been there for a while. So then move the liquor store, talk to the liquor store. There's a motel that's had multiple incidents that has been there for almost 40 plus years that has had crime. So if we want to talk about crime, I can literally walk less than 20 feet and see crime happening outside. There's tattoo parlors. They're inside. We're talking about Colfax. If you want to talk about crime, go down Colfax near the Capitol and tell me about crime. Tell me about crime happening on Colfax in Drug City, 10 blocks from the state capitol. To say that a person who has a restaurant, who has an establishment, who has a sports bar where you can watch a game, where you can play pool, but because their patronage is colored or of color that they are causing more crime is the most disgusting thing that I have ever heard of. Anyone knows what happens in crime on Colfax, and it's not because of a black-owned business.
The city has really been pushing to make their point. We've been talking to the city, we've been talking to Jumbo's as well, and the city sent us body cam of a time that they came to Jumbo's, talked to one of the owners, and was, I guess, confronted in a way that they felt scared. Which is why they say that when they came to alert them about their restaurant status, they brought cops with them.
Well, it's not like they brought cops with them. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it's okay, it's okay. What I'm trying to get to is, when you come to a restaurant and you let them know that they can't operate, obviously people are going to react. So what would you say to that?
Well, one, being a small business owner and have been a small business owner since 2009 in Colorado, I get paperwork. I've been a small business owner in Aurora, City of Denver, Centennial. If there's a concern, first phase is they should have had something certified in the mail. So right now, there's nothing that the city has done to mail them. They basically have confronted them and put them in a hostile situation because it's 4 to 6 police officers showing up. Why could they not have requested a meeting, sent some paper notification? Why did you have to come with shotguns, with guns? Anytime you bring 4 to 6 police officers to simply tell someone, we're here to inspect you, or we're here to tell you you cannot operate, that is an intimidation factor. That is intimidating. No one wants to have 4 to 6 police officers. And I also don't like that because the mere fact that they're saying, oh, I'm scared. Well, historically, white people have always been scared of black men. You could just see a black man and say, oh, he scares me, so I feel intimidated because I have to go confront a black person. Well, there's processes. So I want to ask the mayor, I want to ask the city manager, I want to ask the city attorney, where's your process? Where's your certified mail? Where's your process server for some information? Why can't you have requested for a meeting with them, to schedule a meeting, Google Meets, in person, at the office, giving them an opportunity to bring attorney, bring NAACP with them to the meeting. We're easy to find. If the city had such a concern, and this bringing guns, armed gunmen to serve you, to handle a dispute, a simple inspection or liquor license, there's nothing more worse than you can possibly do than that. That's an intimidating situation. So I really still blame the city. I mean, this is ridiculous. They should have notified them. If you have something, there should something have come in mail that could have been a pink slip, another second warning, third warning. There was no warning. There was nothing in writing.
Ms. Prescott, I want to ask you a little context on something you said earlier. You said some residents and people who live around here gave unfounded allegations. People watching this are going to want to know, what are the allegations and why to you are they unfounded?
I mean, one of the neighbors said, you colored people, you're bringing the crime. Coming in, being hostile, being irate, get out, move. As a person who grew up in Stapleton, when my parents' first home, we could only take so many vandalized, the backyard, burning up stuff, vandalizing. There's just constant situations happening.
Was there vandalism here?
Not officially vandalism, but basically.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, I mean, to the degree, there has been vandalism here. There has been vandalism, there's been all kinds of different incidents that have occurred to want to drive a small business person out, similar to the black farmers. Constantly menacing things that are happening. And then basically saying that they bring more crime. It's on this crime is cold fast. Anytime an owner, you could say that about any chain. You could say that about TGI Fridays. You could say that about Applebee's. If there are people you cannot control an individual's behavior, and at the same time, there's just liquor stores all over the place. So you cannot say that this particular restaurant or their food truck where they serve food, serving meat, hot dogs, causes crime. People are coming here to eat. People are not coming here. This is not a boxing ring. People are not coming here to basically cause altercations.
Regarding the involvement of NAACP, to what end does that lead?
To whatever end is necessary. If we have to make sure that they're established, and you'll speak later to Tyrone, who is our legal redress, but we are, I fervently believe in lawyering up. And we need to make sure that they have good representation. If that's someone part of our team, if that's someone outside of our team, we want to make sure that they have adequate attorneys, and that the city understands that we are going to fight to keep this small business these owners in business, and that they need to have a much better process moving forward. And you can't just railroad someone out of the business because you want to re-gentrify and some developers want to come in and take over the land. You can't do a hostile takeover like that anymore in America.
Last question on my part. Y'all seem to have a bird's eye view of the situation and potentially broader situations. Are y'all seeing any similar situations around Lakewood in this area involving black-owned businesses?
I don't want to comment on some of the other ones because we'll have to get those owners there, but there's becoming a pattern in the city of Lakewood. It's not just with the small businesses, it's also with home ownership. And so it's becoming a pattern, and it also dovetails why we are establishing at the end of this year a Jefferson County NAACP branch. So we will have local people who are the presidents, local redress, so that we will have a very much stronger presence here, because it's just enough is enough. I mean, it's to the point that we have to, it's mandated that we get a branch in Jefferson County. I myself have had the police called on me in Jefferson County for hiking. So it is a very racist county, and that's another story for another day, but I'm sorry, but you know, some of them are not just used to seeing us, and they don't like that.
Anything else you'd like to say before we end this?
Well, I just want to say I can't wait to meet the mayor. I just can't wait to meet the mayor, the city attorney, the sheriff, the city manager. We really all need to sit down and have a very strong adult conversation on how they should treat minority-owned businesses in their city. Okay.
We're good, thank you.
Thanks.
You said we have an attorney here tonight?